Plaintiff Jessica Shaw says when she last appeared on Judge Mathis with her mother, the defendant, she was addicted to drugs and alcohol. But thanks to the show, she has since changed her ways. However, Jessica's suing her mother today for the cost of a couch, airfare, and rent. Defendant Teresa Mace admits that Judge Mathis helped her get clean and sober. But now Jessica's sister is struggling with an addiction, and it's affecting Teresa's relationship with Jessica.
Start with you.
So this is my mother, Teresa Mace. We've been on your show. It's great to be back. Thank you for your help the first time around. Back then we were at a high peak of a mountain. Now we're at just little stumps in the road.
Okay.
So
Your Honor, can I clarify that a little bit?
Yes, sure.
Well, when we were on your show the first time, I was, actually it was because of your show and my daughter that my eyes got open. But anyway, when we were on your show the first time, I was doing alcohol and I was on drugs, and because of you and my daughter and seeing how my daughter is with her children made me get straight and sober. So I want to thank you for that.
Good. God bless you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Let me hear from you. Give me some background on this case.
almost everybody in my family has experienced with drugs and alcohol, and my kids saved me from going down that wrong path. So I thank my kids for me being a woman I am today. My mom has made mistakes in the past. My mom's husband that was also on the show with us has been deceased now going on 2 years. Unfortunately, it was a drug overdose, not because of him. They put fentanyl in a needle and shot him up with it, and so he passed away. So ever since then, my mom hasn't really regained herself because, you know, she was with him so long, and when you love somebody, it's kind of hard to come back from. So we're at the point where I've tried everything I could. I helped my mom. It's time for me to give you the tough love that I'm keep telling you to give the other family member that you keep trying to save, and that's why you're in debt with me so much.
And what type of family members has she been helping, and in what way?
I have a sister who is homeless, and she's in the streets. She lives in an alleyway. She's strung out on meth. So my mom came to me for a couple of loans. She wanted to go help my sister. So I helped my mom with them loans to go help my sister. And so it kind of put my mom in debt. And it's got to be hard choosing from one child to the next. Like, okay, I'm borrowing money from this child to go help this child. But I keep telling my mom, you have to give her tough love. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And that's the situation my sister's in. Like, she wants everybody to do for her, but she don't want to do for herself.
Plaintiff Jessica Shaw is suing her mother, who admits she used to be a drug addict until she appeared on Judge Mathis a few years ago, and he helped her get clean and sober.
You want to give me some background?
I'm actually at the tough love part now. I haven't been answering her calls. I blocked her from my Facebook. As far as the airfare money, I just feel like maybe I should pay some of it, but not all of it, because it was a family member, and I feel Jessica should understand how I feel, knowing she just went through all that with me. And I mean, I've only been clean maybe 2 years, which isn't a long time. That's like a day for us.
And how did you get clean?
Being on your show, feeling humiliated, and
Stop right there.
watching my daughter.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Because I get that accusation. Why do you call people crackheads? Why do you call them dope fiends? Why do you do this? I only do it when it appears that you're lying and you don't want to admit and volunteer for rehab. And I do it because it works. And you know why it works?
It does.
Because people get humiliated and they say, people just saw me this, I'm gonna change. We get the callbacks, or they actually come back on the show and say, Judge, thanks for calling me a crackhead. Thanks for calling me a dope fiend. I've been doing this forever, and I couldn't get off until you did it. So that's why I do it, folks. You got an eyewitness, says me humiliating her, caused her to change, and now she's here getting a hand. And now she's trying to change her daughter's life. So tell me what struggle you have going on with her. Have you offered and identified perhaps inpatient treatment for her?
I've told her everything I've been through and how miserable it is. I told her she looks miserable. She's not happy. She's bouncing from one guy to another. I tried to get her to go in with an apartment with me. And instead, she tried to have me jump for my check because she wanted my money. And that happened twice where I had to call Jessica for help. So
that's when it was time to stop.
I finally decided, you know, it's not fair to Jessica. And before Jessica gives up on me, when I just started trying to do something with my life, I decided it's time for tough love on my other daughter.
Yeah.
It's time for her to do what I did and just go down till she can't go down any further, and somebody humiliates her and makes her want to get clean.
Yeah, bring her on here. I get her clean.
Your Honor, she's got to be pretty
and then
down
I'll
in the dirt
offer a
so she
car
don't
to
care.
drive her right to rehab because she'll want to when they leave here, don't they?
I would like to go on one-on-one counseling and try to learn how to deal with some stuff, you know.
Good.
I'm
Can
not
we
done
help
yet.
you? We'll pay for it. How about that?
Thank you.
Best you can do is go and look up rehab centers, find a vacancy, and then go to her and say, we have a vacancy, we can take you right now. Or next week, appointment. Will you do it? She says no.
She said no.
All right, well, you gotta wait till she comes around.
She's not going to do it because I was in Vegas back in January, and I offered my sister to come stay at the hotel for about a week, clean herself up. And the first thing she said to me is, I am ready to go back in my alleyway. I'm not comfortable. And my face literally hit the floor.
Well, let's move on and just say a prayer for her. And when she's ready, you all try and find her a place as soon as you can. Tell me about the couch you're suing for today. Couch, airfare, and rent.
My mom was sleeping in the bedroom on the couch because she hadn't yet gotten a bed in there. Somehow she bought a black blanket from Walmart. The dye from the blanket seeped onto the leather couch, which was a red leather couch, and it caused the couch to turn black. And where the stitches were in the couch, it actually started to put holes in.
Plaintiff Jessica Shaw is suing her mother, who admits she used to be a drug addict until she appeared on Judge Mathis a few years ago, and he helped her get clean and sober.
And the rent, let's talk about that. How did you have an agreement for rent and what happened?
So the agreement was she came to my house in November. She was going to stay only a couple of months. That couple of months has now turned into almost a year. It was an agreement that she was going to pay $400 in rent every month. And if she was going to move out, she would give me 30 days notice. Now in April, she had went to the ATM. She had gotten her check. She had went to the ATM. She called me, said, I am coming to pay you rent. And I didn't hear from her. Like an hour went by. I'm like, okay, she's not paying rent. 2 hours went by. Finally, I called my sister. I was like, do you know where my mom is? And she's like, yeah, she's here in Vegas with me. And I was like, well, that's funny because she never paid me rent. And then she just moved out, left all her stuff here. And I'm like, okay, now where do I stand? And so we've been arguing about, she said she don't owe me, but she owes me.
How many times did you lie to her growing up?
I went because I was
Let me
worried
handle
about
this.
your sister.
Your Honor, I
Let me
probably
handle
lied
this.
every day.
How
Every day when I
often
told
did
her I
you
was
lie
going
to her when you were growing up?
School.
Every day when I said I was going to school and I was.
Thank you. And you come here with this little one incident, talking about she lied where she was going. She was supposed to be. You lied every day by your own
Every day.
admission. Well, come here,
But
she
there's
can
a
lie all
difference.
she want. You can lie all you want, ma'am, just not to me, but to them kids, lie all you want.
Your Honor.
Bottom line, she was supposed to give you notice and she didn't.
Correct.
All right. And
So she
thank
didn't
God
pay
she
me
was
for
at the
May's rent.
casino with that money. I'd rather you gamble the money away than smoke it away. So go ahead. You go to the casino all you want. What's the airfare you're suing about? Tell me about that.
So between 3:30 and 5-6 and a couple in between, my mom has asked me for airfare to go help my sister in Vegas and said she would pay me back if I loaned her the money. And so I loaned her the money, and she never paid me back for the loan.
Okay. Let me hear from you, ma'am, on the couch, the airfare, and the rent.
Okay, the couch, I just feel like, did my blanket die the couch or didn't it? I mean, I don't know. And as far as the airfare, well, I feel, I went to help her sister. I figured she knew I had to help her sister. I couldn't just let it go. It's my daughter too. And I did tell her I was going to pay her back, but I kept helping her sister and things just happened. I just haven't gotten there until I just recently, decided to do the tough love. That's the honest truth.
And the rent?
The rent.
The 1 month
I didn't give her notice.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't give her notice.
And you had agreed to do so?
I believe I gave it to her in writing.
Okay. All right. And the only thing it sounds like is being disputed is the couch. Go ahead.
And even the couch that she's disputing, I have a note 5/15/21. It says, Jessica, I will pay for the couch in the amount of $1,000, but I can only send maybe $300 in February.
I did sign that.
All right. So you can't dispute it then today, ma'am. Well,
yes, Your Honor.
All right. And I'm going to grant you judgment then. But I'm glad we came on. I'm glad we were able to discuss an approach to helping your daughter. And as you sound like you're already en route to the correct approach. I'm going to take you up on your offer for that counseling. All right, good. Thank you. I'm glad you came for that as well, and we'll be able to help. All right. Thank you, guys. Hang in there. Thanks for being the rock of the family, and continue to bring them on in here when they don't do you right. All right? Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.